Rob Tell on the track. Hop in the whip and I hit these switches. See that chrome suspension. Look at the car, you know who did it. I don't have to mention. They know it's Alex from Hoppos. Custom work come from Hoppos. I'm Rob Tell of 504. For anybody that gotta know.
But where?
How do I start my YouTube videos?
How?
Yeah, how do I start it?
Press play or record.
The intro.
Oh, the intro. Be more specific.
Okay, start the intro. What's up? Good morning, guys. How are you? Alex and Vic here from Hoppos, and we were bright and early here. It is nice and cold. Got the heaters going. Vic's freezing. And we got orders to go, orders to pack. As you guys can see right there, we just got tons of shipping going on. It is like 6:15, 6:30 in the morning right now. It is a chilly one. It is 50 degrees. So it's been a little bit colder the last few days, so today is not so bad. But we are getting everything together and we are getting all this stuff packed up because we have a big project ahead of us today. Today, well, let me just show you. You guys saw in the last video, we had an issue with one of our machines. One of our machines, we don't know yet if it broke or if it got crashed. Yeah, so either way, something happened here to where, well, we can't run parts on here right now. So obviously we gotta fix it, or we gotta have it get fixed. And the issue is right now with the holidays and with all the back orders, right now the nearest time, the closest time for them to get to us is, let me get away from these glares. Okay, we'll go here. Closest time for them to get to us here right now is about 2 weeks, about 14 days, give or take. And we just don't have that time to wait. One of the big uh-ohs was, well, somebody had broke the machine. Our issue here was the main carriage or carousel, whatever you got to call this. I'm no machine guy. I don't even touch the CNCs. They scare me a little bit, just because, not that they scare me because of the power, they scare me because the tools are expensive. You break one of those guys like $100. You break that guy, it's like $600. So those scare me because I don't want to break any of those tools. I break enough in the back, so Art doesn't want me over here. So we had the issue here where this whole thing was pretty much dropped down, and it was jammed up against the main spindle here. So yesterday we had to get it back up, and you can see we used a 20-ton jack to get it back up. Now this thing isn't super heavy, but what we're trying to do is not take out any of the tools because we don't want to have to get everything back in there, get a program where they have to touch all this stuff off using the probe, and it just takes too long. So we're trying to avoid doing that. So we're trying to get it in there and get this up in place with without taking any of this stuff out. So it's making it challenging because there's a lot of sharp tools in here, and anything that you touch pretty much will cut you. So we found out that this back section over here rolls on a track up here, and what we need to do is we need to get this wheel out, which we actually just did a little while ago. And see that wheel down there, that rolls on the lower track, so that's what keeps it all in place and keeps it nice and horizontal over here. And this is the little roller bearing pretty much. You can see it's glued for the track, so this is what we had to remove. The bolt actually snapped on this guy. And it's crazy to think because that thing's pretty heavy and they're only running 5/16 bolts in there. So we had to get this out. The bolt is still broken inside the machine. Of course, we had to remove the whole rear panel back here to gain access to back here. We grabbed our Makita real quick and we just buzzed them all off real quick. Made it real easy, but it's just, you know, this machine is probably one of our, this is actually I think our first new Haas. So this one's already 5-6 years old, so there's a lot of built up coolant. You know, even though we do a lot of cleaning on it, you know, over time you get that little gummy substance all over the place, and you kind of see like here, you know, it's sticky and gummy, so it's kind of nasty working on this. Here's a view from the back side. You kind of get a better idea of what I was talking about on the rollers and the little track right there. So this thing travels that way and this way, so horizontal, and yeah, well, it's not going to travel anywhere if it doesn't have any roller bearing on top. Right now it's just drooping. Luckily for the press, we have it pushed up against it where it needs to be, but we need to get to, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but it's inside that little hole. Let's see if I can get in there. That bolt is snapped off inside there. So Art's already on his way to the hardware store right now. He's going to be picking up all the correct bolts because, unfortunately, because of the holidays, all of our standard bolt places that we normally use they're all closed. They're all closed until the new year. So we're having to search for these bolts. Hopefully he can go find them. Once he does, we can get all this, get that broken bolt extracted. And that's gonna be the hardest part because you can't really take this out. So we got to do all the hard work inside there. So the bolts showed up here. Got a few extras here just in case, but we think this is the correct size. We had to kind of guess because as you guys can kind of see, that one's broken and the other ones are still stuck in the machine. So based off the shoulder width here, we're gonna assume this is the correct size. We did measure the female receiving side and it's about that difference there, so we should be good. So now let's get on the machine and figure it out. Is Vic ready for his exam? I don't know. I think those were Home Depot last time.
Oh yeah, they were.
It was Home Depot.
They were expensive because it was the last ones, that top ones. That
Honestly, those black ones are the best ones.
I don't know where I get those from.
I want to say we got them from Harbor Freight, honestly. So there's the little booger we're fighting. You guys go. 5 or 6 drill bits later. He was getting frustrated. Got it out. Luckily he found this little easy out tap that hooks to a drill, which I don't even know where we got this one from. But that one worked better than our actual Mako one because this one was just too stubby. This was giving us the correct angle. You kind of see the angle is at. It was easier for us to get in with that one. So thank God for that one. Now we gotta get this roller back on, and then this one actually looks like it's slightly at an angle too. If you guys could look here, if you look at this line versus this line, they're not perpendicular with each other. So I'm assuming this one's gonna be bent too. So we'll probably get this one in here, get this one all squared away, and then we'll probably replace out all the bolts on all of them. That was pretty nerve-wracking because if we screw that up, we were gonna have to replace this whole section here, or we would have to drill and tap this to a bigger hole and then find different roller bearings. So that was like a do or die situation right there. A little nerve-wracking, a little scary to say the least, but we got it. Now what we gotta do is we gotta actually bring this guy up right now because we gotta get that roller bearing in place. Right now this is sitting just a little too low, and the way this roller bearing sits, it sits in that little V groove right there. And you could, I don't know if you could tell just by the video, but it's sitting about a 1/4 inch too low right now, this section right here. So we got to bring this up. That way we could bring that to level and get the roller bearing on. Then on top of that, we're probably going to release all these. Now right now the air jack's holding it in place. So we'll release those and change out all these bolts. All right, officially the last bolt. We end up changing out all four new bolts, new washers, and it's lined up on the roller here. So now we just gotta get this in the home position, clear out all the wood and all the shavings, and we should be good to go. So we don't know if we're 100% good or in the green right now, but we spent about 30 minutes, about 30 minutes yesterday, just kind of looking it over and seeing what the issue was. We took out the bolt just to get the bolt size. Then today we got roughly about an hour on it. Not so bad for us not knowing what the heck we're doing, but a little common sense, a little bit brains. I don't really work on these machines, Arts don't work on these machines, but not too bad. They're going to charge us about 150 or 175 an hour, and they're estimating about 5 hours on it. 1 hour, my friend. Is it a union break?
Hell yeah. Work for 5, break for 30.
Yeah. So it happens when you get old. Took a quick lunch break real quick, and looks like FedEx Ground just pulled up, and it also looks like FedEx Freight just pulled up. So definitely a busy day today. It's pretty much always like this. Freight and ground pretty much stay here. Welcome back, guys. We are back to a new year. Man, it is crazy how fast 2021 went. Now we're in 2022. Like, I can't believe how freaking quick it went by. It was unreal. 2020 was fast for me because, I mean, I got married, had the baby, got my house, we moved the shop. So it was like 4 major stepping stones, I guess, in life, right? But we are back to a new year here. We are back on a new video. I'm continuing this video from prior, but went to the shop right now. We had opened everything up, and today, let me tell you, it is freezing. It was right now it's 40, but it was 28 degrees this morning when I woke up. I went to the shop, I opened everything up, got everything set up for the guys. We printed out orders, and let me tell you, there's a ton of orders already starting out this new year, which is amazing. It's great knowing that I have your guys' support throughout all this here. And now we're ready to go grab some parts that we've been needing that's been on back order, which obviously we all know how this whole back order delay's been. So running to go grab those real quick, and then from there I'm gonna head back to the shop again, and we gotta get building. We got a ton of Y bones, wishbones, HD ball joints to build. Those are just orders I've already saw that came in this morning. So a lot of that stuff's already in stock. We just gotta grab it, ship it. Then we gotta rebuild and restock those items as well. So yeah, here we go, guys, to a crazy year. Hopefully you guys had a safe New Year's. Hopefully everything's good. I know a lot of people are coming down again with that C word. I can't say it on here, but that C word. Hopefully you guys, if you guys did come down with it, hopefully you guys are all good. Yeah, let's go. So I just came back from a parts run, and the showroom was absolutely packed. Looks like everyone has a day off today. Vic had 2 kits already pulled, and I walked up and we're pulling another one right now with the complete batteries and everything. So it looks like it's gonna be a busy day, guys. So it looks like the machine is back up and running good, which is a good thing because this is the leftover material from last time. These are the 2 that came off so far today, and we have, I believe, 15 or 20 sticks of material showing up today. So that's gonna be a fun one to unload. So you can see we're cutting up a whole bunch of material right now. We just cut up a whole bunch of cylinder sleeves for Z-racks. We are converting a section of the shop into a full Z-rack section. So we're gonna have every single bracket, tab, hinge, and everything you can think of pre-made, up to about 20 or 30 Z-racks in stock. That way we can have everything, you can just pull it and go. And with all the material being cut up right now, we actually had a delivery right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sticks of material right here. And then we have another 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And then we got a whole bunch of backing plate material. So this is only half the load so far. There's 20 coming, so there's a little, I think there's 10 or 11 that showed up right now. And then as you can see, we got backing plates getting cut up. Backing plates being cut up here. And we're also cutting up a whole bunch of 65 to 66 Impala wishbones. The pieces came off the machine a little while ago. Then right here, we're also working on a set of 80s caddy arms that we're actually going to be leaving stock length. That's what the customer requested, but just cutting out the lip, capping the outside, capping the top, and just doing a nice, clean, simple design for this. This car is going to be showing Arizona. So, got to get these ready. Got them all cleaned up yesterday. And templates, as you can see here, I was teaching the guys how to make templates yesterday. So like always, you got a ton of Y-bones in the works. These are everything stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and then it hits stage 4 over here. If this video seems like we're kind of like jumping everywhere, that's because we do jump everywhere. Also working on Javier's frame as well. And on this guy right here, we're pretty much finalizing the very last of the upper front section. The rear's been done for a while. Now we're finally getting some time to get back on it. Now that SEMA's over, all the super shows are over. So now once we finish up the front side here, we'll get all this dialed in, do some final grinds and clean up today, and then we'll actually, my goal is to flip this over today. I'm hoping that that's realistic, but I should be able to get this guy flipped over and we'll start doing the bottom side. And after the bottom side, that's when it gets exciting and fun. As you can see, the saw is doing work right here. We have close to about 300 backing plates. Plus we got a whole bunch more cuttings. So in the end, we should have close to about 500 by the time we're all done here. So definitely making good headway. We got some of the guys over there cleaning up a whole bunch of pieces that just came off of the plasma. Now we are working on Javier's frame over here, and we're pretty much buttoning up the last of the items that we had to do in the front. We got a few little touch-ups we gotta still do, but pretty much it's all done. We got the front pockets all molded up. We gotta do a final sand on this one. We got belly all molded up. We just add in the cap-in towers here on top. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna actually do the holes for the cylinders, front and rear, and once we do that, that'll pretty much complete the whole top section here. After that, we're gonna rotate this guy. So my goal today was to have this guy rotated. And so far, we're looking like on track for once. Thank God. Front hole's all done. Front hole's all done. And we're working our way to the back one. I just did my pilot right now. Did my little pilot hole dead center of this circle. And being that it's frame off, it's easy because I just hit it from the top. Well guys, that's pretty much going to end off today. I mean, we had a lot going on. We were just all over the place. I do appreciate you guys sticking by this whole video. If you guys are still here, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys head to the website, www.hopposonline.com. If you guys need any parts, product, it's all on there. Wiring diagrams, tech advice. Also, if you guys get stuck anywhere, you guys always feel free to just shoot us an email. hopposonline@gmail.com. Once again, thank you guys, and I'm out.